favored my sister, who was a straight A student, and he saw me, honestly, as kind of the dumb jock of the family. And I don't think I have to tell the students here that there's perhaps no more powerful motivator in life than proving your parents dead wrong. I think the second real driver for me was my father's sudden death of a heart attack when I was just 13 years old. My mother decided that she didn't really like living in the United States, and she decided to take us all back to live in Argentina. But this was very bad timing. It was the 1974, and we were about to head into the beginning of the so-called dirty war in Argentina, where the military was about to take over, and they would end up disappearing. That's a euphemism for kill nearly 30,000 people. When I was 14 and 15 years old, I lived most days in total fear. The military would drive around in Argentina in these unmarked Ford Falcon cars, and they would pluck people off the streets, never to be seen again. It didn't take much to get targeted. You could have a beard. You could be a professor. Professors of psychology seem to be particularly targeted. You could be advocating for a more just society in Argentina. When I walked to school every day, I walked in pairs with a friend. In case one of us got picked up, hopefully the other one could run and tell our parents what had just happened. And I remember very clearly, as a precautionary measure, my mother one day took all my father's books out into the backyard and burned them, just in case. A 17-year-old close family member of mine was picked up and was tortured for a month and was held in jail for nearly a year in very harsh conditions. And as the only American citizen in my family, at 14, I was lobbying my congressional leaders to try to get this person out of jail. And I was lobbying Secretary of State Kissinger to help save this person. A 16-year-old very good friend of mine was picked up, leafleting against the military, and he never resurfaced. They ended up torturing him to death and breaking all the bones in his face. I remember one morning in Buenos Aires, I was walking down the street with my mom, and I saw blood on the ground, and I asked her what had happened. And she said, well, 2 journalists lived here, and they killed them. The military killed them. And I said, why? And she said, well, they were trying to tell the truth about what's happening here. And so in what was clearly my somewhat deranged 14-year-old mind, I decided right then and there, standing on the sidewalk, that I wanted to be a journalist too.